She told me at the baseline, yeah, and everything will be fine. Oh, yeah. She told me at the sound of the drums, to set the mood and foundation. She told me at the baseline, yeah, and everything will be fine. Oh, yeah. She told me at the sound of the drums, to set the mood and foundation.
Hey there, sweet souls. How are you? It's your first fair here. Nice to see you again. Well, for today's pick a card, we are asking, where should you put your energy to get the best results? With that, we have our 3 decks. With pile number 1, we have the Whiye Howlite. With pile number 2, we have this shungite heart. And this little red, that's iron. I just had to say that. And then with pile number 3, we have the Amazonite heart. So take a look, choose with the cards or with the stones. You follow your intuition, make your choice, and I will see you in your reading. Hey there, pile number 1. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, for today's pick a card, we are asking, where should I put my energies to see the best results? It's a good question. And I'm curious to see what the cards are going to reveal. So, let's put the intention into each deck as we shuffle, and that is, where should I put my energy to see the best results for pile number 1? Oh, they're sticking. Continue. Where should pile number 1 put their energy to see the best results? Now, I've got too many here, but I'm going to take a look. Monkey. So, shrewdness, mischief, youth, affection, good nature, conceit, self-deception, and immaturity. Well, this might be where you don't want to put your energies. You don't want to put it into self-deception, immaturity. You don't want to put it into mischief or conceit. So let's see what's next. There we go. Pig. Diligence, generosity, kindness, naivety. But you don't want to be naive. Determined, devotion, responsible, helpful, good-natured. And then, of course, whale. Devotion, inspiration, creativity, abundance, impulsiveness, self-assuredness, generosity, optimism, and impatience. And this, rooster, enthusiasm, positivity, humor, talkativeness, vanity. We got both what would be considered positive and negative in there. So the question is, where have you been putting your energies? Pile number 1. And where are your energies best put for the best results? Let's get that out of there, and let's just ask, where should pile number 1 put their energies moving forward? Right there. See if any one of those totem animals come out a second time. And the question cards, I'm so curious with these little cards, and I think it's just because of these question marks. Where should pile number 1 put their energy? We'll find out. And let's go to the past oracle card and put the intent into the card. Where should pile number 1 put their energy for the best results? There's the oracle of the past. And I guess it's where pile number 1 put their energy. And what were the results? Let's find out. Where should pile number 1 put their energies for the best results? I see them already. I see these ones really wanted to make their presence known. I see this first one here. I always follow the bark, and then I tend to go crooked, which in editing drives me insane. So I try really hard to keep everything straight, on the straight and narrow. So the present energies. Where should pile number 1 put their energies for the best results? In the present. And we'll get the tarot out. For the present, where should pile number 1 put their energies? I'm going to do that one again. Where should pile number 1 put their energies to see the best results? Whoop. Where should pile number 1 put their energy to see the best results? All right. And the future oracle. We got past, present, future. This is how I'm trying this out this week. I'm going to see if I continue on with this, or if I go back to the old way that I was doing picket cards. I'm just playing around with this for the summer. So for the future, this is the future position, and the oracle for the future position. And the question is, where should pile number 1 put their energy for the best results? Let's take a look at the tarot. Where should pile number 1 put their energy for the best results? Let's take a look. That one wanted to come out. And I will take this one and the final tarot card. So let's take a look. And I'm always I like these little question cards. If you allow it. Interesting. If you allow it. And that gets me to ask, allow what? Because this is about where your energy, the law of attraction. Well. Doesn't that make sense, pile number 1? Where is your energy going to go to get the best law of attraction? Let's take a look. The law of attraction. Right here. We draw to ourselves the reflections of what we give to others. The self must be invested in order for gains to be made. Let me say that again. The self must be invested in order for gains to be made. What is needed is always drawn to us. We attract what we are already to have. We attract for growth and learning experience. We draw in to share and to expand ourselves. A card of seeking, of opening up the needs of the soul and recognizing that the answers are all within. So as I read that and see that little question card, if you allow it, we draw to ourselves the reflections of what we give to others. The self must be invested in order for gains to be made. If you allow it, you will attract exactly what you want because you already have it within. If you allow it. I love that. Totem animal, the deer. Oh, interesting. The deer. Agility, alertness, swiftness, stillness. Both swift and still. That's very interesting. Gentleness, guile, innocence, grace, unconditional love, benevolence, but on the shadow side, a little mistrust. So do you not trust yourself? Is it that you don't want to allow others in? Oh, the law of attraction states that you have to be fully invested to see the results. So let's see in the past where your energies went. The power of purpose into your purpose pile, number 1. Your energies went into that power of purpose. And that is number 18. Let's take a look. The power of purpose. There comes a time when you realize that you are destined for something that is yours and yours alone. Isn't that what we just went through with the law of attraction? Yes, absolutely. The catalyst might be an experience with a special person, a path you choose, or something you feel called to. You'll discover it's not necessarily what you thought it would be and has nothing to do with what everyone else wants or seems to want. An uncanny conviction takes hold from somewhere deep and true. You feel a sense of power arising from a true sense of self, accompanied by a need for action, a commitment to explore something, or a powerful or a purposeful choice. Right now, you're invited to step into a new empowered sense of authentic purpose, bolstered by a healthy dose of self-esteem. You're called to release your old conditioning. There's no need to be self-conscious or act a certain way to please others, which can sometimes take you in a direction you don't want to go anyways. The discipline and will to evolve are yours by nature. This process doesn't have to be a struggle. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is in front of you now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You never have to seek your purpose or wonder what it is. Just keep removing the blocks to your essential self, and your purpose will find you. It's that easy. What a wonderful thing to know. And in saying that, pile number 1, with the power of purpose, with the law of attraction, you are really going deep to find what it is that you want, what to attract, why you're on this earth, why you made that soul contract before you even knew you were going to be who you were going to be. You came down to this earth with a purpose. Your soul needed to learn certain things and has come down to the earth world. The earth, as Dolores Cannon made very clear through her lectures and her books, that this is a school, and you can't skip grades. So in this lifetime, if you didn't learn your grade 2 work, you're not going to skip in the next lifetime, or even in this lifetime, to college. You got to go through grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, and that's where you then go into grade 9, grade 10, and so on and so forth. You made the conscious, in consciousness, you made the decision to come down to this earth school. to learn what? About yourself. And thus through that, how you interact as an individual in a collective. That is powerful, and it's a powerful purpose. Let's see what the tarot has. The Devil. In the past, did your energies go towards the Devil and look? And what did you get? And what did you get? A broken heart with the Three of Swords, looking straight at how maybe as a child you were, I don't know, because in this particular Devil, the Devil is not, it's like the child is reaching up. I've got to read from this, because this is a very an interesting Devil. It's just a very truthful Devil. I am the one, and according to this, and this is Stephen Bray, this contributor, this co-creator, this deck designer and writer, creator. I am the one you have willingly changed yourself to. I come in many forms, all as tempting and seductive as one another. I am indulgent and addiction in all of its different shapes and sizes. In this image, a baby reaches out to a horned figure. The figure does not appear frightening, nor does he entice the youngster. The Devil is a part of all of us all. Like the baby, we may experience times where we feel powerless, and it's right beside the power of purpose. Interesting. Where we feel powerless and hand responsibility over to something or someone else. There is nothing wrong with letting yourself go. A bit of what you fancy can do you good. However, when our appetite controls us rather than our controlling it, it's time to address the healthiness of our relationships with people, money, food, or even emotional support. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to. We are exposed to the Devil's temptations right from day one, as we see with the infant reaching up. This comes from, our let's say what we were given to eat, let's say, as a child. And it might not have been the healthiest food. And then you kind of go, well, I just want cookies. That's all I want. I just want cookies. That's all I want. I can eat a whole box of cookies. And one cookie's fine. Maybe two with a coffee. But a whole box? And then you eat box after box after box of cookies. And this is just as a kid. Then you get into temptations of a teen. Then you get into temptations as an adult. Then you get chained. As the card says, you chain yourself to a job, to a relationship, to a marriage, to an ideology, to a belief system. You chain yourself. You choose to. And this is what has hurt your heart in the past, where your energies have gone. And for some of you, it has gone to people, money, jobs, food. For some of you, drugs, whether it be prescription or illicit, it doesn't matter. It's all one and the same. The Six of Cups. And again, it's very much reminding me of a childhood. Have you chained yourself to events that happened in your childhood? The Sun. It looks to me that the energy you have changed, where your energy in the recent past, you have changed. I keep saying chained. You have changed where your energies have gone, which has brought you to the Sun. So we go from, in the tarot, we go from the Devil to the Sun. So you have seen, realized your power of purpose. You understand now with the law of attraction that what you have attracted, that negative, that fear, that those chains that you change yourself to, whatever this means to you, whether it be food, a job, a person, a family, a friendship group, whatever this means to you, whatever you've changed yourself to, has hurt your heart, has hurt you, that you have gone back. And this Six of Cups very much feels like a nostalgia card, going back to, now why am I doing this now? Why am I hurting myself now? And do you notice that this adult is looking at that child? And it does come, there comes a time and place where, pile number one, you as the adult have to take that inner child, have to heal, have to take care, protect that inner child that maybe wasn't protected when you were actually a child, but as an adult, you can do that inner work. You then make peace and celebrate how your inner child has been healed, and it's with the work that you do, pile number one, to then experience the sun. And when you experience the sun and get into that positivity, that optimism, that unconditional love for yourself and others, that's when the law of attraction, you will see how your energy is going from the devil to the sun, and all the work that you've put in from point A to point B to get to this sun point. Oh my goodness, pile number one. I am, first of all, so proud of you. It's difficult. It's not an easy thing to do, because it really takes a lot of introspection, of thought, of work to really pinpoint what it is that you have changed yourself to. It could be an idea, it could be a job, it could be, well, I come from poverty, so I can't ever, this is my lot in life, right? And yet you put the work into it so that you can put yourself through school if you need to get the job that you've always wanted, to attract what it is that you know you deserve with the power of your purpose. Now, let's take a look. This is what's brought you into your current energies. Yes. And when I see distractions, the clouds, the distractions, what are the distractions? Is it social media? Is it the internet? Is it shopping for some of you? Again, chaining. What have you chained yourself to? The devil comes in many different forms, right? Let's take a look at clouds. The clouds, number 11. Ooh, interesting. You could be, as a master number, you could be a life path 11 for some of you. Clouds, overthinking a situation, escapism, an inability to focus, avoidance, improve time management. So, are these distractions keeping you currently in these current energies, this is the present, keeping you from the ability to attract, the ability to put your energies in a place where it can then yield you what you want, the rewards, all the work? Let's take a look. Allowing your thoughts to come and go without trying to force your next steps forward, this will assist you in remaining calm and truly thinking through all the subjects at hand. It is okay to have a lot on your mind and to be caught up in distractions sometimes, but balance is necessary to allow you to see clearly and to prioritize. This clouds, the distractions, feels like your energy is spread thin through a lot. And again, just thinking about it, as someone who has fallen into, I'm going to say, overanalyzing, taking something, whether it be an event, a person, a job, and overanalyzing, that takes your energy away. If you analyze it to a point and then let it go. This is something that I've had to learn so I don't keep thinking over and over and over, because the thinking over and over, let's say, of you losing a job, of someone leaving you in a relationship, a family member that's hurt you, a friendship group that has shunned you for whatever reason. I don't even know. I'm just saying, whoever's hurt you, if you then think over and over conversations, you go through text messages, you see how I don't even know, because I don't know the social media, like unfriended you. I don't even know. Unsubscribe. I don't even know. I can't talk about social media because I don't really know. But what I know is that if you keep thinking over and over, you then take over the role. They hurt you the first time, but then as you relive it, you then are starting to hurt your own self with your own thoughts. Then, because you are a master manifester, you're going to call in more people who are going to hurt you, which then with your own mental, it'll confirm, it'll be a confirmation. See, this is what happens to me. See, and you have created it. So let me get to the tarot for the current energies. Judgment, waking up to this fact. I really, and do you see the lightheartedness of this image, this beautiful image of having fun, of living in the sun? Absolutely. The Empress, creation, creating a new life after you see, identify, analyze, take a look at what's happened throughout your life, through your childhood, through your adolescence, if you're a young adult, if you're an older adult, through marriages, through having children, this is the Empress energy of creating something new. And the Four of Air, wow, giving yourself a rest, a mental rest. After the Three of Swords comes the Four of Swords, and giving yourself a mental rest. I almost feel that this giving your mind a rest and it's right under the sun, is realizing of letting things go, of really letting things go from your past. And when you do, you are then and waking up with the Judgment card, then you are able to create. And giving yourself rest, especially when you are maybe learning about the law of attraction, trying out how it works, and then seeing results. The energy that you put into yourself is where you're going to see results in your own life. So this is a very special tarot deck, and it's called the Gift of Life Tarot, and the creator is Alice Smeets. And what she has done is she has traveled the world and taken photographs and then gone through her thousands of photographs throughout the years and has chosen one for each card of the tarot. So we'll start with Judgment. Judgment. Let's take a look. Redemption. Absolutely. The real life moment. And the real life moment is the behind the scenes of each image. The real life moment. I chose to portray this card with this street musician in Panama City who uses his trumpet to play and dance to the people passing by to wake them up to the beauty of this very moment. The photo was taken in 2014. The message from this card to you, pile number 1, is you are a patient being who is learning to become a master. Interesting that it's right below the devil, because the devil is also about mastery. At forgiving those around you. Yes, indeed. You might have been hurt very deeply in the past, which we see with the Three of Swords. Absolutely. And have experienced a lot of wrongdoings. Your life purpose, and we have power of purpose right here on the table, is to learn how to leave the past behind. And that's what the Six of Cups, that's clarification for the Six of Cups. Absolutely. Leave the past behind. Let go of old grudges, failings, and resentments. When you deeply connect to your inner guidance system, you find out that you can trust that everything will turn out well in the end. You have an incredible talent for healing yourself and others, for finding creative solutions to problems. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful message. and really clarifying with this creator, with this judgment card, of where the law of attraction, if you allow it, that's beginning to really speak to me about you teach people how to treat you. You are allowing people to, whatever the devil means to you. But when you realize that you actually chain yourself to the devil, that it's not happening to you, life is happening for you, this is when you can let go of grudges. This is when you can heal. This is when you can let go. And you go from the devil to the sun right here, finding your power, finding your purpose, and realizing that you allow it. If you allow it, you allow it. You teach people how to treat you. So now we're here at the Empress. And the Empress, she doesn't allow people to mistreat her. Not at all. She doesn't even deal with them. Let's see what the Empress has to say. This is beautiful. I'm loving this. In the Empress, creation and collaboration. I love collaborating. And I feel when I read these little guidebooks that I'm collaborating with. That's in my own imagination. I know. It's okay. I like it. So, the real life moment. I chose to depict this card. And it's a woman's gathering discussing the importance of female and child empowerment during a women's village meeting in Nepal in 2013. Young and old women came together to nurture, support, and protect each other, which for me was a wonderful depiction of the spirit of creation and collaboration that the Empress card holds. So the message for you, pile number 1, is you are compassionate, benevolent, deeply caring, loving, creative, abundant, and expressive. You are in your element when you are creating, and you have this creative gift to share to help others benefit and learn how to create as well. The key phrase, I feel, is your inner mantra, and you express love in a profound way. To give birth is the most profound accomplishment you may experience in life, nurturing and guiding this life into self-sufficiency and fullness of being. Giving birth is not limited to birthing a child. We birth projects, ideas, art, and any other kind of creation. Live your life balancing the yin and yang, balancing giving and taking, and honoring your own boundaries, which is where, and that brings me back to if you allow it. Okay, this is a beautiful image, and it looks like the sun is shining upon these women. So it brings me back to the sun. Let's see what the 4 of air has to say. The 4 of air, recuperation. The real life moment. I chose to depict the 4 of air as a boy resting after being rescued from being trafficked in 2013. He now temporarily lives in a transit shelter of the organization Prayas in New Delhi, and that's Prayas in New Delhi, India. He will soon be reunited with his family. So the message to you, pile number 1, is you know you are here to learn, and that power of peace and is cultivated in the thoughts and inner recesses of the mind. Again, it takes us back to the 3 of Swords. Yeah. Your life at first may feel like a dance between being too lethargic and being too active. With time, life keeps on teaching you about the importance of rest, and you will find an inner equilibrium between activity and relaxation. Sometimes you will need to learn this through an illness or a burnout. Other times you will find your way there instinctively. Your path is to regenerate the darkness of your mind and to find balance. You know how to let your dreams inspire your waking life. This very much speaks to the 3 of Swords. This is the next step. If you've been overworked, if you, again, being chained, you chained yourself to work, to a family, to your responsibilities, waking up to that you are really, if your energy goes into creativity, into what it is that you're creating, this is where your happiness comes from. When you rest your mind, your body, your soul, this is where you can wake up the next day. As the sun rises, you too shall rise. And this is where you find out about the law of attraction, that it starts from within, that you have to take care of your vessel to take care of your soul, mind, body, soul. Beautiful. And in the future, mercy. Mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you will also receive, as we found out with the law of attraction. Now look at this, the 7 of Cups. And this image really depicts drowning in your emotions. Your emotions are influenced by your thoughts. Think about it. Just think about it now. Pile number 1. If you think of a happy moment, you become lighter, you become happy, because you're being brought back to that time of when you were happy. Think about when you lost someone, a grandparent, a parent, someone that you love dearly, and you can tear up, you can become sad in that moment. So your thoughts influence your emotions, which then can influence your decisions, which then can influence your behavior and actions. So with the 3 of Swords, I feel that you, and can see in the cards, that you are drowning in emotions based on the hurt that you had in the past. And this, just knowing this and waking up to this with the Judgment card, is allowing you to then recognize, see, okay, my energy is going down this rabbit hole again, and pulling it back. Maybe taking a rest, doing something that you love, that you're creating, getting to work. For me, my distraction was work, getting outside of the home, because I was so involved with the children, and the children came first, and I didn't put myself first on my own list. I was at the bottom of the list. Everyone else came first. And so, as an example, I had to learn that what it is that I create, and I create here on the table. I create, content for my channel. This is how I am a better mom to them, by doing what I love, by doing what makes me happy, and by creating, like this Empress card. Now, you're finding out the same thing right now, and that rest is really what you need. You could be burnt out from being chained. The 3 of Pentacles, also finding people who you work well with and who will work well with you. With this creation card and a brand new beginning. Look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. And it almost looks like each person who's bringing something to the table is bringing that golden opportunity to the table, that you can rely on each other and count and look. In the future, this is the future, where your energies go. And as I described from my own experience, that I had to get to work. I had to really stop hurting myself about what happened. Right? That I had no control over. And this has brought you, pile number 1, to the wish fulfillment. The 9 of Cups. After you've rested and really discovered what it is that you love to do, that brings you the joy, the optimism, and the warmth of the sun. And it's when you get into your Empress energy. And that's where your energy is best put to get the results, especially when you have the law of attraction here. So that's what I see for you, pile number 1. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Forest Fairy. Bye for now. Hey there, pile number 2. How are you? It's your Forest Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, pile number 2. Today's pick a card is asking the question, where should pile number 2 put their energies to see the best results? Where should your energy go, pile number 2, to see the best results. Let's take a look. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Where should pile number 2 put their energy to see the best results? Where should pile number 2 put their energy to see the best results? These cards are very sticky. Where should pile number 2 put their energies? Put their energies to see the best results. Let's take a look at the past, where pile number 2 put their energies. And what were the results? Let's take a look with the Oracle and the past tarot. Where should pile number 2 put their energies to see the best results? I'm already seeing them. There's 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. Top one. All right, now let's go to the present. And where should pile number 2 put their energies to see the best results? Let's get out the tarot. Where should pile number 2? Where should their energies go to see the best results? Almost lost it there. To see the best results. Let's take a look. And the future oracle. Where should pile number 2 put their energies moving forward? To see the best results. Right there. And the final tarot deck for the future. Pile number 2. Where should pile number 2 put their energy to see the best results? I'm already seeing these ones. All right, pile number 2, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Worth waiting for. Well, wherever you put your energy, pile number 2, it will be worth the wait. Virgo, energy. Let's take a look, and I'm just gonna and seal. Interesting. Imagination, creativity, talent, idealism, flexibility, changeability, very mutable. But the shadow is victimization, self-denial, and regret. Very Virgo energy, because Virgos are hardest on themselves. And again, these are energies, so you don't have to be dealing with a Virgo, you don't have to be a Virgo. I'm just saying that this very much speaks to not only the mutable earth, but we have Virgo right there. So let's take a look at Virgo. This is the overall energy of the read, and it is Virgo. So, Virgo, aspects within are ordered and balanced. Order and structure provide channels for future works. Balance between spirit and intellect. perfection has been found within. Now manifest it. While focus on details is important, keep in thought the overall picture. Service is called forth and asks for concentrated effort. That's the overall energy of this read. And whatever it is that you are working on, it's worth waiting for. A beautiful, beautiful uncaging. Interesting. Let's take a look at this one. 14. Beautiful uncaging. Are you uncaging yourself? Pile number 2. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part of your life. Interesting. Recognize. So this is where, because this is in the past, right? This is the past oracle card. So I'm already picking up from this creator. And again, these cards are sort of picked by your spirit guides and through mine, right? So what I'm picking up already is that your guilt, and the Virgo card did mention perfectionism, could be keeping you caged from going where you really want to go. It's almost like that analysis paralysis energy. So, you are being called to assess where guilt is playing a part of your life, recognize how it's affecting you and others, and address it so you can release yourself from its grip. Guilt is a powerful emotional state, capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and distorted sense of personal power. Self-blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self-worth. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show you how to redress the transgression. When you sincerely admit you were wrong and begin the process to fix it, this is an act of accountability, responsibility, and liberation. Take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self-inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. Pile number 2, this is beautiful. Be patient with yourself as you analyze, discover where these transgressions have come from. Heal with the star and have hope for the future. Be curious about, with this Page of Wands, your healing process. Be curious about that which makes you your star. You're keeping yourself caged. And let's get this last one out. The Tower. The Tower. Interesting. Because when we talk about guilt, and this is of the past, pile number 2, your energies have been caging you in this sense of guilt. Have you been avoiding taking responsibility for how you've treated others, how others have treated you? and kept you in this cage. I love the fact that you are being patient with this process, that you have. This is in the past, so you have been patient with yourself. You did the work, you did the healing. You were curious about, why do I still hold on to these ideas of myself, of these transgressions, of how others have hurt me? Why have I caged myself? I want to see what the creator of this deck, and it's called the Spirit Within Tarot, what the Tower. Let's take a look at the Tower. Because other than the Page of Wands, these are all majors. The Tower, right there. I am the one who jumps out of nowhere when you least expect it. I will shake any foundation that is on the weak side. There is an explosion within the tower, throwing 2 of its inhabitants from the window. The foundations of the building began to crumble, seawater crashing in from every angle. Sucks the ancient tower into its dark and murky depths. Not every structure is watertight. Even the greatest of marriages. And it's interesting that we have 2 wedding bands. Worth waiting for. Just saying. Even the greatest of marriages, most stable jobs, or tightest of deals is open to decay and collapse. When the lightning strikes, we can only go with the flow rather than try to resist nature. Not every explosion will be fatal. In some cases, the shakeup can do us a world of good, freeing us from something that has confined us, like the cage. Being uncaged, find ways to learn from your tower experience and then start over. Well, that's in the past, pile number 2. So let's take a look at the oracle for the current energies, crystals, achievement. Achievement. Are you seeing finally your achievements that you might not have seen before? Let's find out. Let's take a look. 9. Recognition for your work in the public eye. The successful completion of a project, graduation, engagement, milestone, celebration, positive results from hard work and mastery, and it's right beside the Virgo energy. So this is you right now, where you are tapping into that Virgo energy, where you have uncaged yourselves, pile number 2, from that which kept you in that emotional state of, you fill in the blank, of guilt, of shame, of regret, whatever that means to you, of hurt. You've done the healing, and now you're curious as to how you're going to learn and apply what you've learned from these towers into your achievements moving forward. Let's see what the tarot has. Son of Air, you're on the move. You are on the move, pile number 2. And the Ace of Air. A brand new start. And the Moon. The Moon. That which you might not see, which is what the Moon represents, you're still moving forward. You still have that truth and clarity of the Ace of Swords. That's the Ace of Air in this tarot deck. Now this is a special one because Alice Smeets traveled the world, and she took pictures of everywhere she went. And then what she did is she went through thousands of pictures to create this tarot deck. So let's start with this quick moving Son of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. I love this deck. This is a really special deck. Let's take a look. Son of Air, the Rebel. So the real life moment, I chose to depict the Son of Air card with this boy in the Dominican Republic running toward his friends who were waiting for him to play football together, which is soccer to us Westerners. To me, this photo illustrates the forward movement and seizing of the moment that the Son of Air represents, and this is fact. So, the Son of Air's message to you, pile number 2, in your where, and the question is, where my energies need to go to get the best results? Your life purpose is to embody true forward movement. Once you have your mindset on something, nothing is going to stop you. You have the determination and devoted focus it takes to accomplish a difficult task. You are highly driven, impulsive, ambitious, and action-oriented, and do not hang back to wait for something to happen. And especially after a tower of the past, this is your achievement. Absolutely. You know where you want to go, and no challenge will stop you to pursue your dreams. You are highly intelligent and are not afraid to stand up for yourself. Watch out, as this determination can sometimes blind you to see the potential consequences of your actions on the way to your success. Now, this energy, and I'm going to get to the Ace of Air. This energy is where you're at right now, pile number 2. And this is after being patient with your uncaging of yourself. So if you've got this natural Son of Air energy in you, and you just run, you just move forward, whatever it takes to get to that goal. Just be aware of your energy taking you where you need to go, but also be aware if you're stepping over others to do so. Just saying. I'm kind of picking that up for some of you. Now, the Ace of Air, clarity. The real life moment. I chose to depict the Ace of Air as a boy in sight soil flying his self-made kite near the river. Kite flying is a symbol which stands for the idea my apologies. It signifies opportunities in time to come. The life purpose or message to you, pile number 2. You are in this world to bring clarity to yourself and to those around you. You are focused and very clear-sighted with an extraordinary inner determination. Again, that determination. You are capable of going to extreme limits. When your mind is no longer fogged by the past, looking only into the future, things often happen pretty quickly. You have a natural talent for solving problems in an analytical way. Being able to communicate your thoughts with ease, you know what to do and see things clearly. To balance this mental powerhouse, remember that the importance of coming into your body and feeling your feelings will help you relax more. And the feelings? The moon. The moon represents how you truly feel when you're at home, when you're comfortable, when no one is around. That's really the moon card is. It's compared to the sun, right? The sun is who you present out there, and the moon is kind of how you feel when you're just at home. The moon. I chose to depict the moon as a magical moment, with a magical moment in Keswick, England in 2008. 5 adults and 1 child gathered to celebrate and honor the elements and connecting the mysteries of nature and themselves. The moon card represents herself through their depth of feeling, intuition, and willingness to face your fears. So the message for you, pile number 2, is your life's purpose is to get to know the depths of your own darkness as well as that of others. It might scare you at first, but once you shine your light into the darkness, you will see the beauty that is found at the bottom of each ocean, and you will share your discoveries with others. You will learn to first feel and then express what is scary, and find that the fear loosens its power over you. Do you know about your gift of clairvoyance? Focus on developing thinking clearly and staying tuned with a sense of direction to make the most of your innate powers of intuition. And that really speaks. The clairvoyance, that's a message for some of you out there who picked pile number 2, is that with your quick, very intelligent, and clear mind that you have right now, this moon card really speaks to your clairvoyance, really speaks to what is it that you see, what is it that you see in the future. Then to really ground it, I dare say grounding it with your emotions, and that is bringing it down from the head, through the heart, and then into action. And that's where you're at right now, in the future. Action. Exactly. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. And do you see the movement, that this movement of the present moment is bringing magic in the future? The 7 of Swords. Interesting. It's almost, and the Knight of Swords. We have him twice, and he's moving so fast. You see that little leg right there? He's moving so fast. You don't even see him in this card. The 6, you will have success, and I almost feel that he is holding his success in the palm of his hands. And the Tower twice. Look at that. In the future, you have the Tower in the past and in the future, and in the middle is what you do not see. And yet it talks about clairvoyance. So can you see the towers? When you clarify, open up, get yourself unlocked with the emotions, with guilt, shame, whatever that means to you, unlocking your mind, with detaching from the emotions. And yet the moon's message to you is to, do you know? Are you even aware? Are you finding out that you're in fact clairvoyant, that you see, that you maybe dismiss? Oh, I just imagine these things. Right, you imagine them. Or are you seeing them? Oh, I have dreams all the time that come true. I have deja vu. Yes, that's what clairvoyance is that you see images, you see pictures, you see almost like a movie playing out in your dreams, in your daydreams, in your visions. You might just be staring at a book, not reading, a wall and not thinking, and you see something and you think that's odd. Start writing it down. My advice to you as a reader is start writing these things down, especially with this moon card really saying, do you even know that you're clairvoyant? And with this 7 of Swords, really looking at the Knight of Swords, and we've got this twice, and I think it's really adorable that I've got this foot that looks exactly like this foot. And it's almost like you are lying to yourself, keeping yourself caged with the thoughts of, that's not real, that I'm not clairvoyant, that's not something that I experience, I just do this. And meanwhile, you're describing clairvoyance. And you got the Tower twice. And with that moon, what you cannot see, what you're not able to see, I think you're not able to see your own superpowers, your own clairvoyance, your own ability to see clearly with the Ace of Air, the Son of Air twice, or the Knight of Swords. And you will, in the future, have success in seeing your abilities. Pile number 2. And that's where your energy should go. Your energy should go into that which you do not see, into learning more, especially when we have all this sword energy, all this air energy, learning, teaching yourself about what it means to be. Maybe you don't even know that you're clair. And again, that's the question that the moon is asking. Do you even know that you're clairvoyant? Do you know this? And tapping into that Virgo, it's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for finding out, and that could create another tarot where you're like, holy Lipton, I can see these things coming. So I can make adjustments so it doesn't destroy my life. I don't want to say avoid it, because towers happen when you're not paying attention. Towers happen when you don't let let's say the death process happen naturally. That's when a tower will hit you to really change direction. So when these towers hit, and you've got it twice here, when the towers hit, will you be able to see and have success with your movement forward? Always movement forward. And I think it's very interesting that with this Seven of Swords, I almost feel that you are lying to yourself about your magical abilities. And that's what I see for you. So start putting your energy into discovering what it is that you can do, that maybe you've done naturally your whole life and didn't even really know. As the moon asks, do you even know that you're clairvoyant? And that's what I see for you, pile number 2. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Force Fairy. Bye for now. Hey there, pile number 3. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, pile number 3. Today's pick a card. We're asking, where should you put your energy to get the best results? Let's take a look. Let's get a totem animal for you. We'll put the intention into each deck as to where pile number 3 should put their energy for the best results. Where should pile number 3? I gotta clear this out. Where should pile number 3? Ooh, too many, but I'm curious. Be seen and be heard. On and off. Time to act in the far future and during the day. Well, well, well. Let's shuffle that back in. We'll do 3 shuffles with this one. And last one. Where should pile number 3 put their energy to get the best results? We'll find out in a second. Now, the oracles for the past. Where should pile number 3? Whoop. Where should pile... Let's clear that. Where should pile number 3 put their energies to get the best results? Where should pile number 3 put their energies to get the best results? We'll do the tarot for the past position. Where should pile number 3 put their energies to get the best results? Where should pile number 3 put their energies to get the best results? All right. The present oracle card that will represent the present energies, the current energies. For pile number 3, where should they put their energies currently in the current situation, in the present, right there? to get the best results. And let's get the tarot. For the current energies, where should pile number 3 put their energy to get the best results? I heard, I don't know where, I should really pay more attention, and so I can mention who I heard say this, because I thought it was fantastic. Oh, now I've lost it. Where is it focus? Oh, see, now I've lost it. I should write these things down, because it was a rhyme that I liked. Had to do with energy, which is where these oracle cards to the future, where your energy goes, something flows, and I can't remember. I'll hear it again. I'll see it again, hear it again, read it again, and take note. I'm beginning to take note of a lot of things, so I don't forget. Okay, where should pile number 3 put their energies for the best results? Let's get back to it, to getting these cards out. And the last tarot deck for pile number 3. This is the future. For pile number 3, where should they put their energy for best results? I'm already seeing them. This one. And this one. I'm going to go for this one. And no, I'm going to take the top. Alright, let's take a look. Pile number 3. First card out. During the day, we saw that in that little, I'm going to call this little side story. So, during the day. So it seems to me that your energies, like when you go to sleep, really rest. Rest your body, rest your mind, rest your soul. Because during the day, that's where all of your energy is going towards whatever it is that you are building. Pile number 3. Let's take a look. Commitment. Is this a commitment to you, to a job, to a goal, to a commitment? Let's read. I have not seen commitment in a very long time. I'm not even sure since I started using this deck this summer that it's come up. So, commitment. There it is, right there. There is a rededication to the self and the evolution of spirit. Oh my goodness. A conscious promise to the self has been made. A stand has been taken. Determination to reach forward and to grow towards potential. Recognition has been made of the need to focus on self and to commit to new directions. Healing is finally acknowledged so that the journey towards growth can be resumed. New faith in the self renews inner promises. Well, isn't that a beautiful message for you? Pile number 3. That you are recommitting to yourself. I know this energy as a mother of 5 who has always put the children first. It wasn't until this channel that I started putting myself on the top of my own list. And that was a commitment to upload every day. I do know this energy. It's a beautiful, it makes me, when I read that message, it makes me feel the energy of committing to yourself, committing to your spirit, committing to who you are, your soul, your soul's purpose, to really going deep and finding why you're here and committing to that. Look at that, dove. Forgiveness, health, tranquility, deliverance, liberation, freedom, union, serenity, agreement with yourself. Pile number 3. This is where your energy is going, towards yourself. This is not selfishness. This is a commitment to your growth, to your evolution, to your ascension in the past. Exposed and revealed. Well, pile number 3. Let's take a look. That's number 21. Let's take a look at this message from, and who's the creator? Oh, Colette Baron Reed. She has quite a few beautiful decks, I do have to say, and the messages are just absolutely amazing. So, 21. When you experience shame, you don't just feel you've done something wrong, you feel like you are wrong. Okay, fundamentally flawed. Know that life loves you, and the universe doesn't make junk, only magic. Yes, indeed. Pile number 3. However, many social interactions, especially online, are steeped in distorted, unhealthy ways of expressing pain by shaming. Here is the way out of this. See shame as the heart-wrenching cry for help that it is. Consider whether you have been triggered in the outer world by unresolved issues that matched all your inner pain points. If someone is shaming you, perhaps you have triggered them. How miserable they must be to expend their energy on such toxicity. They are drinking poison, hoping you will get sick. You cannot love someone out of their shame. Oh, don't I know that? You can only show compassion for both them and yourself. Set a healthy boundary and refuse to fan the flames. Look upon shame as an opportunity for growth, evolution, healing, and freedom, which is exactly what commitment talked about. Yes. With this in mind, can you let go of your attachment to control? Admit that this emotion isn't something you have power over and surrender to a higher power. There is a sacred quality to the vulnerability inherent in admitting you can't do this alone. When you allow yourself to be laid open in this way, you gain a beautiful new perspective. Then the healed shame has the infinite power of the divine to set you free. And it's very interesting that when it comes to shame, we have down here the first word underneath dove is forgiveness, health, tranquility. You will receive tranquility, which is something I think all of us really strive for, just being at peace with every mistake that has been made, with every intent that we had. If we are online intending to hurt, intending to shame, intending to force others to agree with our ideology, our beliefs, our way of seeing the world, that's not really a healthy energy. And this is in the past. So this might be something that you have healed. Pile number 3, you've healed your shame, seeing the illusions of it with the 7 of Cups. It could have to do with a lover that either cheated on you or you cheated on them, but there was a choice. And if you weren't that person's choice, pile number 3, this is where, as someone who has been through this is where a beautiful mathematician told me there's billions of people on this earth that you have access to through the internet. So if this one particular man hurt you, and yes, he was very he was very empathetic to my story. Know that there's billions of options out there. More men, more good men than the men that have hurt you. And I just thought, you are so right, smart mathematician Aquarian. You was Aquarius man. I just thought, yeah, absolutely. So if you have been disillusioned, if you have been convinced that for whatever you have done, whether did or didn't do, whatever that case may be, but that's your story, just know that the cards are telling you that that is in the past. That your whether it be shame, guilt, whatever, whoever's been using that against you to control you, it's done. The King of Swords, look at that. This is you. The tarot is telling me that you are cutting out those that try to pull the wool over your eyes, that try to control you with shame, guilt, whatever. Let's say you, 9 times out of 10, you go into work when you're called into work. Someone calls you and says, yeah, can you cover this shift for me? And you say, sure. And the whole time you're thinking, I get money, I have nothing better to do. And in this case right now, what we're living through, it's air conditioned. I don't have air conditioning at home. I'll go into work, whatever that means to you. You like your coworkers, you like going in. And then there's that one time that one coworker asks you to come in and you have plans, or you're doing something else, or you're excited about, and you say, no, I can't. And they shame you and they guilt you. Well, you always come in. Yeah, I know. And today I have plans. I can't. This type of emotional manipulation is for control. And once you see, expose, and reveal this, whether you do it or it's being done to you, this is commitment to yourself, where your energies go to yourself, your best interest, your healing, your seeing and realizing how you have taught others how to treat you. In this case of you always come in for work and now that one time you don't, it's like, but I do every time and probably next time I will, but I have plans today or this weekend or whatever. That's of the past, pile number 3. You've made a choice to make a commitment to you first. And with that, you are then going to attract others who have made a commitment to themselves first, which is where I see the 3 of Pentacles. I use that work analogy because of the 3 of Pentacles. I really do see individuals working well together when they've made a commitment to themselves and thus to the project and or goal. Your current unlimited potential, absolutely. This is your current energy, unlimited, infinite. You are infinite. Your soul is infinite. What is limiting is this soul suit, your body, right? This is the soul suit you were given for this lifetime. And it is so that you can learn through being, whether it be male or female, being a male in this lifetime, being a female in this lifetime. It is your soul has made a commitment. And then, the cruel part is that you forget everything, right, when you are born. However, and you have to relearn everything with every lifetime. I get it. At the same time, your soul does not have a gender, and it is infinite. It is a light being. You are a light being living in this human existence, which is kind of magical to me. It really is just absolutely magical. 9 of air. I see this image and I just go, 10 of earth. Wow. So this is a lot, like he looks frightened, almost like he's been frightened, I hate to say to death, but those are some big eyes staring at me. And he's worried. The worry. 10 of Earth is a completely different energy of stability, security, and 6 of Air, making plans to move forward. And it's right underneath this King of Swords of the past. I've got to take a look at that 9 of Air. Oh, before that, let's take a look at number 43, Infinity. Multiple possibilities, time to expand. Avoid self-sabotage. Absolutely. Avoid self-sabotage. An ongoing situation. And it could be for some of you an ongoing work situation. For others of you, it could be an ongoing relationship situation. But it looks to me that this King of Swords in the past has made his decision to cut out those that do not align with his commitment to himself. Let's see what that 9 of Air. Now this tarot deck is called the Gift of Life Tarot by Alice Smeets, and what she did is she took thousands of pictures throughout her travels through all over the world, and she then went through all these thousands of images to pick out one that represented each card of the tarot. So the 9 of Air, yes, fear, absolutely. This is very much an image that speaks of fear. Like if a picture speaks 1,000 words, this one is just one, fear. I chose to depict this card with the street boy in Port-au-Prince, Haiti in 2008, waking up in the morning after sleeping outside during the night. He is scared of what this day will bring, and his fears and worries are valid. What he does not know yet is that the future, with his will and manifestation power, will manage to find a home for orphans that will provide him with a place to sleep and an education. So the message for you, pile number 3, is you are here to transform fear into love. Yes, and to see through illusions. And it's right below the 7 of Cups of your past. Yes. All of our lives are filled with fears and illusions, but you feel them more deeply than others. Therefore, it will naturally become your mission to learn how to gain trust in life. Anxiety, worries, depression do not come from nowhere, but from how we perceive the world as a child. Your frightened inner child is calling for your help. Hold him or her in their fears. Be 100% present with whatever the fears are, even if they seem irrational, and create a safe space within your heart. That's the commitment to your, this 9 of Air card is telling me, to your inner child. To forgive all that has happened that you had no control over in the first place. To find a healthy tranquility, deliverance, liberation, freedom, union. This is what the Dove card, your totem animal, is speaking of. Interesting. This is all making sense. So, you will overcome fears, anxiety, depression, illusions, and be the shining example to others on how to walk the same path of creating inner trust. And with that, this is your current energies right now. With that, when you put your energy and take it away from fear and into love, this is where you then feel the 10 of Earth within. This is where you feel wealthy, you feel abundance, you feel worthy within, and that's when it manifests outside. From within into the outside world, into this 3D world. From within, how you feel inside is what dictates your circumstances in this 3D world. So right now, as an example, I live in the 100-acre woods. I feel very safe in the 100-acre woods. I have always said that the trees are very protective as far as they filter energies for me, because I feel a lot of energies. It's why I stayed off the internet for decades, from the 90s, when it really started and taking off. I was in school at the time and wanted nothing to do with it. I felt energies through the internet and it was overwhelming to me. So I avoided it. I did. I'm not going to lie. I avoided it. I learned nothing about computers, nothing about the internet, didn't know about social media, didn't care about social media, didn't want to have anything to do with it. So I didn't. I avoided it until just a couple years ago, when I finally felt that I could step into this digital world. Now, it could be my progressed from Capricorn Sun into a progressed Sun of Aquarius, and it would have never happened for me if I lived in a different, let's say, a different decade. Let's say I was born in the 50s, and I came into my progressed Aquarius when it was only, let's say, 50s, 60s, in the 70s, and there wasn't the internet. Right? Or even the 80s, where there wasn't the internet. But my progressed Aquarius started happening when the internet was already here and alive and just booming. And look at it now. And so now with that I have a curiosity of it. And whereas I had a fear, like when I see this poor young man, I see the fear in his eyes. I can feel it in the image. I had a real deep fear of the internet. And now I have more of a curiosity. And it's because of the commitment that I gave to myself about, I'm going to do this so that I can help my kids integrate, because I raised them tech-free, integrate into the future, into the age of Aquarius. So what am I going to do? How am I going to help change the energies that are running through the internet, that of fear, that of shame, that of guilt, there's a lot of fear being pumped into it. And I want to be on the opposite side to balance that out. It could be my Libra moon, who knows, where I want to pump in as much positivity as I can, teach my children to do the same, and to inspire everyone who watches my content to pump positivity out, to feel it from the inside and then spread it. Like a smile. It's contagious. It is. Positivity is contagious. And when I see the 9 of air going into the confidence, the stability and security of this 10 of earth, yeah, that's the commitment you have to yourself. To yourself, to walk through fear into abundance with the 10 of earth. Let's take a look. I chose to depict wealth and security is the card name. I chose to depict this card as an old village woman on the San Blas Island in Panama in 2014. Her life is filled with security, stability, and all her needs are met in abundance. Her tradition, faith, and living in community has also given her a rich inner wealth that makes her fulfilled. Now, the message that the 10 of earth has for you, pile number 3, is you are here to create inner and outer wealth. We just discussed that. Absolutely. A successful career path, smart financial investments, a stable home environment, and a possible commitment and long-term relationship. In this lifetime, you will accumulate wealth and abundance through your hard work and dedication to share this wealth with the people you love, who are very important to you and bring you great joy. Your innate focus on long-term benefits will help you create a sustainable future. Any hardships you face on your road to success will eventually come together, and you will be proud of everything you've achieved. Beautiful. Isn't that? And it's so true, isn't it? And let's go to the 6 of air. I chose to depict this card as a boy watching a boat traveling down the Ganges River in India in 2013. And the message for you, pile number 3, is for your life is about the journey, not the destination. You are waking up to the fact that there's more to life than what meets the eye, and you are on a quest to know and apply spiritual truths. You are a seeker, here to indulge your desire for continual learning and exploring. You love to travel far and wide, and inwardly and outwardly, until you find the answers and wisdom that you seek. Your philosophy is that you will know it when you see it, and you will see it when you know it. You're likely to have some prophetic abilities, and you are here to develop in this lifetime as well. Your life story will be one of learning and making decisions based on a combination of knowledge, experience, and intuitive understanding. That you know that your soul is infinite and has unlimited potential. And with this energy right now, your focus, what you focus on, and with the commitment to your inner self, you will see, feel the 10 of Pentacles, and it will show up in every part of your life as the 6 of Air has described. Partnerships. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts with life while life lasts. It is a very short life, less than 100 years with this, soul suit that we have as a human. Look at that, 10 of Cups. Through your partnerships, the 3 of Cups. This is finding your soul tribe with this and filling your cup up first. Where your energy is going is all into love, away from fear and into love. And look at that, the 8 of Pentacles. You're going to be working on it. You're going to be working on it, and after that, you're going to be working on it and working with your inner 10 of Earth, your inner wealth. And it's through the Ace of Cups. It's through your self-love and commitment to yourself that you will find this soul group. You will find your soul tribe. You will find others who also have full cups. And then you will build a community as the 10 of Earth card describes. And this is your future, your partnerships with those who work well with you, who are also on a path of love and not fear, who has seen through the illusion of fears, of seeing through the illusions of the matrix, of the programming, and living a life of love. That's beautiful. Pile number 3. And that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your forest fairy. Bye for now.